Welcome back to Grand Tactician The Civil War. This is episode 4 of the Union campaign. You join us on the 30th of July, 1861. Off camera, I've done a little bit of recruiting from the Navy. We have made the Virginia Scouting Squadron, which is just going to have 2 little ships, a gunboat, and a motorized schooner. So it's just going to be a little ship, a little force that we're going to send up these rivers just as far as we can get them to have a look what's going on. We are still waiting on our new blockading squadron to assemble. It still says all 8 are disabled. I guess they just haven't arrived or haven't quite finished building. What else have I done off camera? Let me just see here. I haven't done lots, just a little bit. So this force, we formed this at the end of the last episode. I've renamed that from the Mississippi Squadron 2 to Mississippi Scouting Squadron 1. I'm going to send that over this way to have a look at these forts. We're not going to be able to get past them, I wouldn't think, with this tiny fleet here. So we're just going to have a look, and we're going to see if we can get a closer look at Polk's command. And then, once these guys are fixed up a little, we're going to move them back along towards Cairo. What else is going on here? Wool's army is still forming, the Army of the Ohio. The force at Cairo, the Army of the Mississippi under Fremont. Now they are almost ready to start moving out. So we've started building some depots and a fort here while they're getting their recruits in. The force at St. Louis, Army of the Missouri, still not quite ready to go. So they're not ready to do any work either. Their readiness is too low, so they will just sit there. Army of the West under Lyon, still just hanging out down here with some new recruits due any moment for them. And further in the east, we've defeated the Confederates a couple of times here, but we don't want to overextend, and our contracts have literally got 2 days left in them. So I picked the one unit that hasn't. Okay, well, all the other ones have got 2 days. 2 days, 2 days, 2 days. So we've got a couple of days, and then we're going to lose a whole bunch of these recruits. Let's have a closer look at this. As you can see near the bottom of this tooltip, estimated loss of manpower through contract expiry within 3 months, 27,000. So we're going to lose 27,000 men out of our 83,000. Estimated re-enlistment ratio, 44%. So about 44% of those people are going to re-enlist. So once that happens, we will re-evaluate where we are. And with that, I'm going to get started here. If you missed the previous episodes, there'll be a link in the description. There'll be a link in the pinned comment. So go back and watch what you've missed. Also, if you're into this game, I've just completed a Confederate campaign not too long ago, and you'll also find a link for that in the description or on my channel if you go there. If there's any background noise, I do apologise. The neighbours are having some work done. Do just ignore any knocking noises that might be picked up by the mic. I don't think it picked anything up last time, but, you know, I just thought I would mention it. Nobody probably gives a monkeys. But anyway, here we go. We're getting started. So we're going to take things slow in the Eastern Theatre here. We're building a couple of depots and a fort over here with Patterson. And like I say, those contracts are almost up. So I want to see where I'm at with that and then reevaluate and reform some units. We are working on Militia Act 3, which is ready in 13 days. Once that happens, we'll have more recruits available, and we'll probably need to look at working on our finances. For the moment, the Army of Occupation under McDowell is just building a depot down here, and the West Virginia Department just sort of stuck at Grafton for now. There's not really much we can do. I suppose we could push out the Army of the Northwest and see what that happens. And we've actually got another engagement happening here. Ooh. So Patterson's down to 9,000 men, and he's facing 15,000. So I'm assuming now time has passed to the point. Yeah, so we've lost our recruits there, and I missed that. So that's on me. So Patterson's going to have to face these guys, outnumbered and outgunned. Let's see how that goes. Just a quick note that today's episode might be a little longer than usual. Usually I run these episodes for about 30 to 45 minutes. This one might be about an hour. I will add chapters to this. So if you want to skip any bits, then obviously just go ahead and skip to wherever it is you want to watch. Battle of Front Royal Bridge, Virginia, August the 2nd, 1861. 15,000 men under Joe Johnston against about 9,000 under Patterson. I wasn't really expecting this engagement, if I'm honest. We are on the defensive. Objective right up here. We've got 10 engineering points, so that's something at least. Let's see. We've got a railroad running along, the Winchester and Potomac Railroad. The Confederates are coming in from over here, it seems. Let's take a proper look at this map. So this looks like a promising hill to defend. The Confederates are coming in from the southwest, just this area. They're bound to come along the Cedar Creek Road, I guess. I'm not sure. It's going to be. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. This. Yeah. So these brigades have definitely lost manpower. And it's nice to see the AI taking advantage of that by pressing straight into us. I do actually really like that. Where was that objective again? I can't see it now. Oh yeah, over here. The Martinsburg Turnpike? Yeah, that's it. Alright, actually, well, we could use this high ground here. There's some fences already. And if they come down... The Kernstown Road here, maybe? I'm not sure. I think we'll deploy some men here and some on this side. That's going to give us some decent fire for them guns, but it also means that they can set up on this hill, which is not ideal, but I don't want to put them too far out of position from the objective, which I know the computer player is just going to go for. We're short on guns in this army as well. We've only got 9 guns. That's not good news. Sanford's division, they're going to set up on our left. Let's have a look. Alright, so they're just on that fence. That's fine. So they can use that fence for cover. I mean, it's not amazing cover, but it's not bad. Better than no cover. So let's use some of our engineering points. Let's pop some breastworks up. Whoops. It's a bit of a pain to put the breastworks up. There we are. And that can be for Stone's brigade to hide behind. Take cover behind, rather. Not hide. We don't hide from the enemy. Let's build some more on this hill. Okay. Thomas's brigade. I'm going to take up position there. Williams going to take up position next to him. And Longnecker. I like that name. Sounds pretty funny. We're going to pop him here, and he's going to react either into the woods here, depending on which way the Confederates come, or he's going to support on the left or the centre. Now the centre here, let's build again. Let's do some parapets. Yeah, let's actually do parapets here rather than breastworks. Okay, cool. Remember, never to upgrade your parapets because there is a flaw in this game. It doesn't work properly. So these brigades here, under 1,000 men. That's not good. All right. Let's check these guns. All right, so now they lose their aim of fire. Ugh. So here, again, we can't fire anywhere with these guns, even though they're on higher ground. It's just bizarre. It really, honestly, this really riles us about this game. What if we put them at the edge of the woods? No, no good. All right, well, we'll see what firing we can get done with these. Or place them on the right. No, that's crap as well. Poor. Okay, well, it is what it is. They're here, and they get reasonable fire. Let's get going. Let's get started. So we are starting on a minor victory because our morale's quite a bit higher than theirs. Joe Johnston has just lost a battle. Let's move Patterson up a little closer to the action. I'm concerned about this 9-gun scenario. That's not good. We're going to set long-range fire for the infantry. I like to do that individually from the division, because sometimes, for some reason, if you give it from like Corps or Army Command, it doesn't always filter down to all the units, I find. So if I do it from the division, it should be fine. We're starting at 3:30 a.m, so all these guys must have got up nice and early. Let's quickly go over the forces here. So it's Patterson in charge of the Valley Department. The right-hand division is under Cadwalader. Keim has the central division, and on the left flank, Sanford. All these divisions are pretty small now, so 2,400 on the left, 2,985 in the centre, and then a slightly larger brigade under Cadwalader on the right, 3,933 men with our 9 guns. No sign of the enemy just yet. We've got no cavalry either. Obviously, this is all stuff that we will need to recruit as time goes by. Remember, this is still very, very early in the war. Poor weaponry all around, really. Mixed muskets. I think everyone has mixed muskets in this force. Yeah. Again, this will be something we change once we fix the makeup of the army. Quite a bit of organising to do at this early stage of the war. Got some decent brigade commanders here. Stone, solid. Butterfield's not bad. Don't know about Abercrombie. Probably all right. Negley, I think he's okay. Wincoop, I like his name. Williams, decent. George Thomas. Whoa. Here we are. So he's actually approaching us from the flank. Well done AI. I like that. That's I wasn't expecting him to come from there at all. Let's reposition. Oh, well, in the words of Wellington, I think he has humbugged us. No, I don't want that actually. Right, I'm going to pause it a second. I'm going to deselect use roads, and I hope that gets there in time so they'll just come this way and form up there. That should be okay. Yeah, definitely humbugged us. Humbuggered, you might say. I was not expecting him to come from there. I thought he was going to come through the town of Winchester. Okay, that's great. I like to see that kind of thing. But I would like to see our men moving. No, let's actually keep these guys in here. Let's see what he does, actually. I'm not sure what he's going to do here. Stuart's cavalry in the lead. I mean, we should send them packing pretty easily. There's only 200 of them. But then 1,500 men there, the 1st Brigade. 2nd Brigade, 2,100 men. Jackson and Hill. Not sure if it'll be DH Hill or AP Hill. Probably AP Hill, I think. We want to see some action here. Let's speed it up a little, not too much. Yep, that's a nice volley. The Stuart's cavalry won't stand. That'll get us a nice rout score to start with. Unless he pulls them out before the rout. We shall see. They're away. Okay, we don't need to go that far forward. Let's just... It's given us a moment to get the guns in place on the flank here. I don't know if they're going to be able to shoot through these woods. I mean, probably not. Still blaring into Stuart's men. Taken a handful of casualties and they've taken 40 or 50. I mean, you got to remember, all the numbers are estimates here for the enemy because we don't have solid intelligence. More cavalry coming here. Walker's Brigade, 2,300. strong. That's a decent force. So yeah, we've got no arc of fire here at all with these guns. Which, I mean, no, nothing. We're on a hill. There's a little wood in between us. I mean, that's just stupid. All right, then. So, Butterfield and Stone are moving up. And then we should be able to hold this, I think. I mean, we'll see how this goes. I'm expecting quite a tough battle here. Actually, if we put the guns over this side... Oh, no. Not with his cavalry on the loose there. But we might be able to get a shot on them, actually, if we form here. He's leading in with his artillery. This is something that the AI does sometimes. It's absolutely bizarre. Let's get skirmishers out. I mean, in no way does that strategy make any sense whatsoever to send your guns out like that. Where's he going? Where are they going? I told him not to do that. I specifically said not to do that. Yeah, so he's just thrown away his artillery. I don't know if this is some sort of glitch with my version of this game somehow. Maybe I need to reinstall it or something, but this is stupid and it keeps happening. I thought it was in the last campaign because we only had the difficulty on hard. This is on very hard as it goes. Alright, so I don't think we're going to need all these guys to stay in position. Let's take the furthest brigade away and bring them up along this way. So the skirmishers have sent these gun crews. That was just so stupid. And now we do have fire on this artillery, on this cavalry unit, which is nice. Hopefully they won't be blocked by that infantry brigade. So he's got infantry, Loring's brigade on the right, on his left there, on our right. Going to bring an extra brigade across. A tiny 847 men. It's more like a battalion, really. He's massing his troops. I mean, it's up to him to attack us. I say this all the time. We're on the defensive. We're outnumbered here. There's no way we are attacking. Our guns are doing their job. But we could pull back Wincoop's skirmishers. These other skirmishers, I'm going to pop them into the woods and they're going to harass those guns. We are taking a little damage from the artillery, but that's okay. Wincoop back over to over 1,000 men. I feel a little more comfortable now. Let's slow this down because they are coming. I suspect George Wincoop's in for a hide in here. Maybe I need to bring them another brigade across to support. It does leave us very vulnerable here on this left if he pushes with these brigades into our units here. That's going to give us a problem. Although we can send a little detachment forward to capture those guns. Take them a little while to get there. Williams' skirmishers are slowing down their advance. It's all good. Walker's brigade coming forward. They've took casualties from the artillery bombardment there. Looks like Stuart rallied at the back. Barnett B, Jubal early over here. They are struggling with morale, the Confederates, so it's not all plain sailing for them, although they do have the numbers here. And I'm really, I know I've said it a couple of times, so I'm really pleased to see the AI actually making an attack here, a well-formulated attack, or at least reasonably well. It will be difficult for him since we do have the high ground here. Let's bring Kym across since two of his brigades are going to fight over here. Let's go to ×2. A little faster, but not too fast. So we can't get a fire on them now for some reason. I don't know why. Let's slow it down. Now if they come in to charge us, then that is definitely a problem because we are well outnumbered. Horses and men dropping from Walker's brigade. That's the skirmishers. So they actually made it back, which I'm surprised about. So we've captured those guns, 12-pounder howitzers. So they're giving some fire. Okay, excellent. But we're actually I think I'll pull them back up this slope a little. Oof, so that's some pretty close range firing happening here between Wynkoop and Loring. Jeez. Let's get our men on the flank here if we can. And double time. We can get the guns firing on Loring's brigade. That's nice. Hopefully it'll make a bit of difference. Funny, I was talking about Wellington, and now we've got like a Napoleonic battle happening here, 50 yards apart or something. Grim. We are definitely taking the worst of that since we're outnumbered. Not really much I can do. Not much at all. If I put this brigade, Negley's brigade here, it'll block the artillery fire. Be a little aggressive here. We're going to go forward a little bit here and we're going to take on this first brigade. Negley in contact. Well, get on the flank. Walker's brigade is now dismounted. We have engaged the first brigade, Jackson's brigade. Thomas moving forward to engage them as well. Got to be careful here. Negley still hasn't moved on. I don't know why he stopped here. I told him to go on to the flank, but... Oh, shoot. We're in trouble here. Wynkoop's going to break. Negley's... I'm actually going to pull him back and hide behind that... Well, take cover behind that fence. Wynkoop's done for, I think. But... nothing's actually happening at all. This is a really grim battle, actually. Okay, so now we've got the 2nd Brigade moving forward. We're going to block that advance with Williams's men. And Abercrombie is going to pull over here. I don't really understand why Negley's not doing anything. Where's this courier coming from? I mean, the division commander's there and the courier's coming from over here. Absolute craziness.
Nagy's giving fire now, I'm not sure. Well, it helps. That's fine. These guys are going to break. We're going to pull them out. We're going to pull them out, they're going to break anyway. We'll just hold them. Yeah, that's it. On it. And now he's going to make this maneuver. Oh, honestly. Fire, man. I'm telling him to fire. I'm right-clicking the fire, but it's not doing anything. Genuinely, this is frustrating as hell. As if a brigade commander wouldn't be able to adapt a little bit to that situation. Honestly, it's just crazy. We are done, I think. Yeah, we're going to have to pull out. Let's give it a moment. I suspect we are almost finished here. Right, Loring's brigade's pulled out, which, I mean, not sure why. Oh, no, Negging's broken. Alright, done for. Okay, that's it. Okay, then. We are going to have to pull out. Patterson's done here. Our first real defeat. My first real defeat for a long time. A minor defeat. I mean, it happens. We still inflicted 2,000 casualties on him, but yeah, not amazing. Thousand casualties for Walker's brigade, and they're still in the fight. So I guess his low morale didn't count for anything, but his brigade's a big, I suppose. This has not been a success. Yeah, we're breaking all over the place. Thomas broken. I just hope that these guys aren't defamed at the end of this. We're just waiting out the 12 minutes, and then everyone will pull back. All our units have withdrawn from the battlefield. Although the battle is counted as lost, the troops are retreating orderly. So, a major federal defeat. Oh. How is this a major defeat? Okay, well, we lost 2,200 men. Patterson's reputation has been destroyed, no doubt. They did lose 20 guns, and they lost 2,700 men. So their losses were greater, but they had quite a substantial amount of extra troops. So we got our butts handed to us there on the 2nd of August, 1861. With a major defeat. Good job from Joe Johnston there. It was nice performance from the AI. Wing Coop has fallen in disgrace. I mean, that's not... It's bollocks how this works on this game. So there's no way this guy would be disgraced for that. His men, 1,000 men, held against twice their number for over an hour. Well, 2 hours or so. Fighting, fierce fighting, close range fighting. What else could he have done? Well, never mind. 2,267 men lost. 380 killed, 335 missing, the rest wounded. Morale is stable, supply situation mediocre. The enemy lost 2,700 men, 395 killed, none captured. So Patterson is going to retreat up into Maryland now, I guess. So before we do anything else, we are down to 22,000 men in the army of northeastern Virginia. So let's have a look at this. So as you can see, they're back on 11-month contracts here. Well, these guys are on... This is the Freak Unit, Volunteer Brigade. They start on 36-month contracts from New Jersey. I don't know why. But let's have a look. So 1,500 men. 2,000 men. So the units are smaller than they were. Actually, they're not tiny, though. They're also operational, I would say. Burnside, not so much. Schenck, also not too good. Sherman, yeah. Richardson, 1,000 men. It's the guns that are really small now as well. 6 guns per unit. Alright, so let's have a look then. Sweeney is new, Hurlbut's new, so they're 2 new brigades. Taylor's on 2,800 men, still they've got the long contracts, that's decent. 1,500 left in the militia brigade here. Blenker's 1st brigade, they have 1,500, that's fine. Davies, 1,100. I might switch them over. Ord, 1,400. Howard, Ricketts, 6 guns. 12 pounders. Okay, right, so Sherman, he has got 1,200 men. Schenck has got 700. Keyes, 1,400. Mansfield. So I'm going to combine Burnside into Mansfield's and Schenck into Mansfield as well. So that takes that to like 1 division. 1 brigade, sorry. And then we aren't left with any tiny brigades, although that's Richardson's pretty small. Let's move Richardson into Sherman's. Yeah. Sherman will be moving on. I mean, I'm not going to keep Sherman as a brigade commander for long. So 22,800 men. Obviously, we need to rectify that, but I don't really want to recruit troops on 12-month contracts when we are 11 days away from 3-month contracts. So let's see if we can hold with McDowell here. If not, we may need to pull back to Alexandria and see what happens there. Remember, we've got the Reserve Corps formed here now as well under Banks. So it's another 3,000 men that might come in handy for something else if we need them. But for now, I'm going to use these guys to build a couple of forts. We want Washington well defended. We're also going to build a depot. I know there's already a depot here, but you can never have too many. And since we're going to have a large concentration of troops around Washington, we need the depot if it lets us build it somewhere. Yeah, fine. Okay, so the Reserve Corps there is going to build a depot and it's going to build a fort. The Reserve Corps also we're going to use to recruit troops into, if needed, so we don't have to lower the readiness of these fighting armies to the fighting forces at the front. Let's take a look at Patterson. Alright, so Wincoop's supposed to be defamed, but it's not actually on here. It does say it became defamed. Maybe it takes a little while to come through, but we'll amalgamate Wincoop into Negley anyway. Okay, so now these divisions are really small, obviously, because they only have 1 brigade in each. We'll have to build them back up in the Valley Department. So we've got 1,000 men in Longnecker's brigade, which is small. 1,900 right here. Doubleday. Alright. Patterson, I was thinking about replacing him, but I'll leave him for now. Let's press play and see where this goes. So we can actually construct now with the Army of Missouri, so let's go ahead and build a fort. Important to keep hold of Missouri, of course. Army of the West have finished constructing their fort. So these guys aren't actually as shrunken as I thought they would be. 34 days for those guys. It's 7 days for that battery. Oh yeah, Custer's brigade here. I've given them Sharp's carbines. Alright. Let's roll on a little bit. The West Virginia Department is pressing down here towards these lumber mills and the Army of the Northwest. So at least, I was going to say he wasn't pursuing us, but he is. I'd like to see Patterson retreating up this way rather than towards Washington. I mean, come on. So they're taking Winchester. That was to be expected, I guess. Garnet withdrawing, so that's in Western Virginia there. Foot at destinations, that's the Mississippi Scouting Squadron we sent out. Can you see anything? Not much. I don't think we can just slip past these forts. No, I doubt it. Well, he hasn't reinforced the garrison, so it's only small. Let's take a quick look at the fleet. So we got anything ready to go? No. We've got quite a few ships queued up building, but they'll take a while. Obviously. Ships don't just magically appear. This is not total war. Okay, so we've pushed him back. That's good. So let's build a depot. If you've watched my previous series, you'll know that this is kind of how I play this game, really slowly and methodically. Well, I like to say methodically. Quite slowly, anyway. So Patterson, I mean, come on, Patterson, pull back. Oh, he's actually got a perk. Let's give him ambulance corps since he's got half his force disabled. Jeez. 400 missing, 300 sick, and 3,500 wounded. Let's upgrade these guns. Give them some £10 pallets. Patterson's still trying to slip away here. Joe Johnston looks like he's hot on his heels. Casualties mounting for him. I mean, oh. Let's wait. Let's have a look here. What the heck's happening? Officer casualties. How did that happen? Yeah, Wincoop's defamed now. So is Porter. We've already got 2 generals defamed. Jeez. Right, this dude it is. I'm not sure how Patterson's going to break away from this. There's nothing left of Patterson's force, really. Oh. Okay. Can't move Patterson at all. I mean, he's just absolutely hammered. It's still saying high officer casualties. I can't see. I don't know. Maybe that's something else. But Joe Johnston has slipped in here. This could be a problem for us. Those 3,000 men at Washington aren't really going to stop him. Let's hope McDowell can get himself up there in time. But it doesn't look like he's actually doing anything. Is he coming for... He's actually coming for a scrap here, I think. But Joe Johnston in for another fight. Okay, so another battle in Virginia. This is the 5th battle in Virginia. That's actually mental. Okay, let's do it. August the 11th. Joe Johnston back in action. 15,000 men. Taking on McDowell with 23,500. Let's see how this goes. We're on the defensive. Good. Let's see if we can't take a little bit of vengeance. on Joe Johnston. He's coming in from the northeast near Centerville. So, how's he gonna do this? He's gonna come down here. Is he gonna cross at Ball's Ford? Is he gonna cross at Mitchell's Ford or Island Ford? I'm not sure. Where's the objective? Oh, right there on Lewis's Ford. Okay, so we can possibly come from there. I like my men in single line for these smaller battles. So Tyler's going to guard this ford for us. And we're going to put out some breastworks for him. Keyes Brigade. And Sherman. And some guns. I'm going to pop them there. That way they can cover both fords. Alright then. What else have we got here? The 4th Division under Runyon. Runyon is going to keep an eye on this right flank for us with his 6,800 men. Miles. Form him up here. Bring those guns forward a little and detach them. I'm also going to detach these guns. I don't want them moving if we're moving the infantry. So Miles' infantry, I'm not going to build breastworks for. I don't think we're going to need them. I've probably just jinxed that. So we've got Wilcox's division here. Let's see. All right then. So I'm just finishing up these dispositions. Hurlbut and Mansfield are going to be our reserve. They're going to go to wherever they are needed. Wilcox, I'm not sure. I was thinking about moving him up here. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, that's the limit of the deployment. I was wondering why I couldn't go any further. Okay. Some parapets. I think this is our only rifle armed brigade under Franklin. Springfield rifle muskets. Okay. Let's knock some parapets up for this infantry. And then see what Joe Johnston's got for us. Let's get started. And pray my position isn't too bad. I'm just going to give out some long-range orders to the infantry. Okay. Once again, apologies if this noise has been picked up on the microphone. We've got Runyon on the right. We've got Miles and Tyler in the centre. And we've got Wilcox, who's been promoted from brigade command to division command due to injury to his previous commander. I can't actually remember who it was. But Wilcox will probably do a good job. Let's wait and see. This is the same army who just beat Patterson's butt. Let's see how he does against McDowell. Will Joe Johnston have surprises in store for us? Is he going to come through this way?
It's definitely possible. I suspect he's going to come down the Warrington Turnpike, but I don't know. I'm going to spread these guys out a little. Let's speed it up to ×10. We must get some cavalry recruiter for these units so we get a little bit of intelligence going into these battles in the future. We also have to remember that there's another Confederate army in Virginia, of course, the Army of the Potomac under Beauregard, which we haven't seen for a while. Now, I should have probably put these a little closer to the ford. Never mind. Oh, there we are. We've spotted someone. Jackson's brigade. I suspect this might have been Stuart's cavalry brigade. Yeah, it was. It's still called Stuart's brigade. Under someone else now. Who is here? Fulkerson. So, let's see then. We've got him coming down this road. Alright. So, Howard, going to redeploy over here. Edward Ord. Let's bring him over here. Now, where else can they cross? Where are they going? Can they just walk over this river? I hope not. But let's deploy Hunter's men. Hurlbut. Bring him forward a little. And Mansfield. Let's bring him over this way. Right, so it looks to me like they're not going to be coming over from this way. So let's shift this artillery. They're the 10-pounder Parrots. And let's also move one of these infantry brigades to support our centre. Still leaves 2 on the flank, just in case, because we never know. He's forming up. Getting ready for the attack. We're sitting on minor defeat. I don't really know why that is. His morale's quite high. I suppose they did just win a battle. We're going to get some rifle-armed skirmishers going here. See if we can't get into range and let them have it. Okay, then here they come. Skirmishers going forward. Oof. Now, it looks like a lot of troops. We're not quite in range, just out of range. That's frustrating. I don't want to send them over the bridge, though. Okay, I don't think we're going to need Ord here. Let's see if he can be effective here and give some flanking fire as they try and cross that river. Ricketts guns, also no use there whatsoever. Let's shift them over here and see if we can get some fire going on them. Yeah, I don't think we're going to need these guys over here. We will leave Baker's brigade, and that's it. Okay, here they come, more detachments, more infantry skirmishers.
the 4th Brigade, 300 men. So our Parrots can't actually get a shot on anything here, so let's move them over. See if that gives them a line of fire onto these guns. Because they are starting to hit Blenker's men. And Davis is a brigade as well. Let's try something. I want to send skirmishers from these guys over the river. I mean, hopefully they won't be just sacrificed, but if we can hit them in the flank here, possibly cause some damage to their guns, that would be nice. Some counter battery fire going if we can. Davis losing quite a lot of men here. I'm gonna lie them down. Take a little shelter from the cannon fire. Alright, so Baker's men have made it over the river and they're going to press on the Rockridge artillery. Hope they don't get ridden down by those cavalry, but they might. It'll be a sacrifice they're willing to make, no doubt. So these guns have got no field of fire. I mean, how not? You're on a rise and there's an infantry unit lying down in front of you, but you can't hit those guns. It can't actually be serious. So he's softening us up with the artillery. That's good strategy from the AI. I like to see that kind of thing. Quite clever, because he doesn't need to press the attack just yet. It's still only 11 o'clock. Davies taking casualties. He's lost nearly 40 men already. Here we go then. Let's see. Come on, skirmishers. Get some fire going on those guys. I've got some counter battery fire going, but it's not that effective if I'm honest. Yeah, the skirmishers are suffering casualties, but they are taking away the focus of the fire, which is fine by me. Has lost a lot of men as well. Well, skirmishers are about to break. That's okay, they've inflicted casualties on their guns and taken fire for a little while, which relieved the pressure, of course. What have we got going on here? Crittenden's rifles. Oh yeah, so they're set up here and they are giving fire on someone. And these 6-pounders a little further back are also firing on someone. That's the skirmish has gone 21 casualties, but they did their job. They distracted the guns for a little while and caused some casualties. So the 1st Brigade is walking over this way. Does that mean, can they cross this river anywhere? I mean, that's ludicrous if that's the case. Let's stand them up. Franklin skirmish is broken, but they did give fire into those guys, caused 90 casualties. Excellent. Let's shift Hurlbut. Maybe not. Yeah, let's shift him here. That way we can then use him if we need to. We are suffering substantial casualties here, and Davis is going to pull back, I think. Effective artillery bombardment from the AI. We're going to bring Taylor's brigade down. Don't really see how they've only suffered 25 casualties. I mean, I'm really not feeling too confident here. Everything's taking a long time to get going. Some excellent work with the artillery from the AI here. Really good. Davies is almost done. So that tiny brigade's broken. We're still sitting on a minor defeat. Can't help but think these guys are a little wasted here. No, maybe Donaldson's coming this way. Once Taylor's in position behind, oh, we're gonna have to pull Davies out. Loring's brigade again. Causing so much trouble in the last battle. Right, so Davis is almost ready to break. We're going to pull him out. Taylor's going to take his place. The Confederates are over the river now. We are in trouble again. Get Hurlbut down here into this fight. In cover. How is he in cover? He is not in cover. Sweeney giving fire into this artillery. Let's see if we can drive them back. They have caused a lot of problems for us. Loring's about to break. That's excellent news. Oh no, no, but Blanca's running. Exposed the flank here as well. Oh. Okay, we've sent Loring packing at least. That's shifted it to a minor victory for us somehow. Oh, and they've come over the river here. Freaking out, look. What the? Some sort of glitch here. Alright. We're going to counter-attack over the centre here. Keyes and Sherman. They're going to press. Looks like Taylor's brigade's held really nicely here. Did they break as well? Oh yeah. Sweeney broke as well with 86 casualties. That's pretty pathetic. So no doubt he'll be defamed as well, and quite rightly so. I think they're pulling out. So the men on our right flank really didn't do very well. Davies did okay with 300 casualties, but those other two brigades in the woods, I mean, I know they were under artillery fire, but still. 22 casualties and your brigade is fleeing? Really, Sweeney? 86 casualties, sorry? That's pretty poor. Okay, so Keyes is over the river. They are pulling out, I'm fairly sure of that, but you know, if we can, we want to press. And we want to kill them. Since he's almost destroyed my Valley department under Patterson, the amount of casualties they have suffered is unbelievable. Patterson's command. Yep, good. Press on over this river. Let's take the fight to them. Get into them. That's it. Push on Sherman. And push on Keyes. We want to cause as much casualties and chaos as we can here. Still just a minor victory. So we lost 1,100, they lost 3,400. Not a bad outcome all round. And they lost 30 of their 40 guns. Really? Well, that was a decent fight. And makes up for that, well, slightly makes up for that major defeat under Patterson. Now we need Joe Johnston to retreat back into the valley and southwards, please. Colonel Blanca's fallen into disgrace. Yeah, you think? That was outrageous. Oh no, it wasn't was it Blanca? I can't remember. Whoever it was that lost 80 men and ran with his brigade. That was really bad. But we do have, I think we've got Burnside. We can give him one of these brigades. He's okay. Colonel Blanca loses face. So the Battle of Manassas has ended with the Army of the Shenandoah retreating in panic. My command has earned us a total victory. Nice. Captured a few rifles and some guns. Let's take a quick look at the Army of Northeastern Virginia. We've got a perk. I like to go with Ambulance Corps. It just helps out a lot. I'm going to upgrade some of these weapons. We'll give rifles where we can. And normal Springfield muskets for these smaller units. There's still an improvement over the mixed muskets. You get a bayonet at least. Cause some decent damage. Blank has only got 1,000 men. Actually, he needs replaced, so let's replace him first. And let's put Burnside. I mean, he hasn't got much initiative or cunning, but he's okay other than that. So Burnside's got himself a command again, and we're going to give those guys Springfield muskets. Davis, again, tiny unit. I don't really want to give out rifles to those small units. Hall rifles, 400 yards range, 8.5 rounds a minute. That's pretty impressive. Breech loader. Yeah, let's do that. Let's give Ord the Hall rifles. But they're going to get Springfield rifle muskets. Mansfield as well, Springfield rifle muskets. Kind of the standard sort of setup there, 400 yards and 3 rounds a minute. So McDowell's fame's going through the roof here. The rest of his score's not too great, but they're not bad. Wilcox getting some nice scores up there. He might be next in line for higher command and promotion to Major General. Dix, I mean, I don't know why he's famous. He's done nothing really. Nothing exceptional anyway. Dix, Miles, I should say. Runyon, let's have a look at him. He's pretty poor as well. So we do have Sherman, who's got some decent looking numbers. Only 2 stars, so soon we'll bump him up to division command soon. Maybe Hurlbut as well. Ord, okay. Oliver Howard, looking alright as well, actually. Crittenden, yeah, you could do with some other command, maybe. Let's have a look. What else we got here? So nearly everyone seems to have these 6-pounders, which are a bit pants. Let's leave it for now. I don't want to really waste the good weapons we have on these 11-month remaining tiny units. So let's wait until we get Militia Act 2. But we've had 2 battles. We've had some reinforcing things happening. We've rebuilt the Navy a little. And let's see, I've got these guys ready actually. So let's see if we can send them up here towards Richmond. Get a better idea of what's going on. Maybe we'll even pick up where the Army of the Potomac is. We are building forts, we're building depots. The Army of the Ohio under Wool, now they're ready to roll. It's only a small force, 8,000 men, but you know. Yeah, so we've got 8,200 men ready there. I'm going to move them down towards Portsmouth with a view of pushing into Kentucky. Actually, no. Why don't we move them into here and take Charleston, West Virginia? Well, Virginia, it's still called at the moment. Let's do that. Let's move this army down. We'll build a depot and we'll press into Virginia. Possibly. Because we do have this Army of the Mississippi at Cairo, which is still recruiting and still doing a couple of buildings here, but near enough ready to start marching and pressing on Polk's command. So, yeah. Also, once the new policy's done, let's have a look how long we've got left on that. 2 days. So in the next episode, we'll be ready to roll and get some real recruiting going. In terms of numbers for recruits, what have we got available? Let's have a quick look. So we've got 30,000 already. So once that Militia Act 2 goes through, 3, we should have a whole chunk of extra men. So we've got 5,000 from Wisconsin, for example, 4,600 from Ohio, 1,500 almost from New York. So there's definitely scope for making a few decent units. Kentucky, almost 4,000 men. Minnesota, 1,300. We could maybe do cavalry from there. Maryland, 1,500. So there's definitely room for recruiting. And there's going to be a lot of recruiting done. So what I might do is run this timer for the next 2 days down off camera, and I'll do the recruiting ready for the next episode, so you don't have to watch me rambling on and going through all the bits and pieces. If it works out that way, I mean, we'll see. We'll see how that works out. But for now, that was a pretty bloody episode. Thousands of casualties in Virginia. Patterson's command all but destroyed here. 4,800 disabled, only 2,700 left in the field. So we need him to pull out, really. We can't give him any orders. He's absolutely wrecked, basically. I'm not sure what to do with him. Let's see. I'll run it a little bit here. See where Joe Johnston goes. So he's back towards the valley, the Shenandoah, and then he's heading south there. All right. Okay, so 1.2 days. So what I'll actually do here, we're just going to run out the time for that, and then I'll call the episode once we've unlocked that policy. So Joe Johnston's pulled way back down here towards Richmond. Our squadron's moving in, our scouting squadron. Let's see. So the Hampton Division there with 1,400 men. We will take Norfolk at some point soon. Again, once we get more troops in. Army of Missouri, yeah, still building things. John Pope's army. So far, all the action really has happened in Virginia. And it looks like Wool has arrived with his 8,000. Let's get him on building a depot. Supplies are important, of course. Men have got to eat. So there's our 2-year contract's done. So let's just take stock of this for a moment. I don't think the recruits come available straight away, but let's have a quick look just to see. Maybe they do. So we've got 68,000. So that's a lot of troops. I will work on doing some recruiting here off camera. If anybody's interested in seeing the recruiting, drop us a line in the comments, and if I see it before I've done it, I'll maybe do a separate video just showing the recruits that we are pulling in and where I'm putting them and things. But I mean, realistically, I doubt anybody's really interested. But if you are, drop me a line. So even with the ambulance corps, the casualties are going down a little. I'm just going to pause it a second and talk about this. So, like, Patterson's command needs a full restructure. They are done for, really. And I can't control them. I've got no control over them whatsoever. So they're on low readiness and everything. But it should, once it improves, hopefully I can pull them back out. Unhappy. I'm not sure why they're unhappy exactly. Well, I mean, I can guess why, but not because of the officers who's defamed. I'm not really sure. Does it tell you somewhere? Or is it simply because his fame is so low and the unit has a star? I'm not sure. But just so I don't forget, we're going to work on government funding 1 for extra funds because we're on triple B. So once we get that money in, we're getting recruits in, we'll probably work on industrialization next, and then possibly we'll push onto military too so we can form full armies with corps. Because at the moment, all these are just corps size units. Right, so that's where we are for now. A quick look at the front lines. The Shenandoah Valley, mostly under control of the Confederates. Kentucky split in 2, which we've got Polk pushing up into the center here, which we're going to have to deal with in the next episode. And we're also going to have to start working on Missouri, because Missouri will become a problem, I think. But yeah, so this is how it's looking. Slavery. Oh, that's quite good. I've never really had a full look through all these things. Intelligence, we don't know much about anything. But anyway, so yeah, that's where we are. That's where it's going. There's going to be a lot of recruiting in the next episode, a lot of reforming of units, a lot of kind of behind the scenes work, and then we'll hopefully get into some battles when you guys are watching. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, remember to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I'm almost at 100 subscribers. It would be awesome to get there. So if you feel like it, subscribe and come back for more. There's kind of between 5 and 10 videos a week on this channel. So if you're into regular content, this is a decent place to be. If you're into war games and such. But for now, I'll catch you later. Hope you're having a great day, whatever you're doing, and ta-ra for now.